Good morning, everybody. This is Phil Bell from All Things Trains. I know you haven't really seen me in our long-form podcast for a while, but I'm back here in the E. Hunter Harrison chair at the Bell Institute for Advanced Railroad Studies, and sitting here behind this, the Brunswick Green PLB microphone. So I wanted to just tell you that, number one, we have done a lot over the past few weeks to improve the quality of these shows. I've had some great feedback from a lot of you, including Nancy N., Rodney M., Adrian M., a lot of you who've been loyal listeners. You gave us some great advice, and we are incorporating that. So we've got a little bit of a different background. We've got some great graphics here, and we will be doing some shorter shows, but we'll be doing more of them. So that way you'll have a little bit more opportunity to investigate and enjoy our content, but you can do it in a shorter way and you won't be tied up for about an hour and a half. Now, another thing that we've been doing lately is traveling around a lot. I talked to you a lot about Chicago, but also recently we have spent a lot of time in New Jersey, and I want to give a shout out to the United Railroads Historical Society. The URHS is doing something that is very, very difficult, which is to preserve New Jersey's railroad heritage. Now, I came from New Jersey. I fell in love with trains in New Jersey as a baby, as my mother will tell you. And the reason why it's so difficult to preserve trains in New Jersey is because space is very much at a premium in a small state. So much of it is by the water, and that is very difficult for older railroad equipment to survive given the salt that comes in off the water and can degrade it. And also because, as in any state, it's very difficult to find people who will volunteer and help to keep these very important treasures in good shape. But Kevin Phelan, Larry Gross, the rest of their team are doing a great job. Go onto the internet, just type in U34CH number 3372 and you'll see. And we're going to have a few more pictures of that beautiful engine that was just cosmetically restored and soon to be operationally restored. We'll have some more pictures of that for you so you can see on all of our social sites. Next, I want you to go on over to our Etsy shop. So it's right down here, etsy.com/shop/allthingstrains. You're going to see a lot of great railroad memorabilia out there, such as our Wabash timetable from, what year is this? I believe it's 1947, Pennsylvania Railroad timetable, public timetable from the 1960s, and also a lot of our great internally created items, including our pictures, frame pictures, individuals, otherwise, you name it. We're going to have a lot of really cool stuff there, and it is a great way for you to support All Things Trains, because unlike a lot of the other podcasters, I'm not going to ask you for tips. By the way, it's no problem if they do, but we're not going to do that here. What I'm going to do is sell you items like this that you can add to your collection of railroad memorabilia or your model railroad or otherwise, so that you can enjoy trains the same way that we do over here at All Things Trains. Next, I want to give a shout out to Mohawk Design. So I got this really cool Seaboard t-shirt at the URHS's open house a few weeks ago. They're not paying me to say this, but I want to say they're an awesome company. And so if you're at any of the train shows where they show up, go ahead and buy something from them because they're amazing. And finally, before I sign out, I want to give a special thanks to Nancy Neeson over at Delaware Dolls. Nancy is my closest friend. I've known her for years. She actually gave me the inspiration to set up All Things Trains and the All Aboard Media Network because I saw how much her love of Barbie and dolls was really something that she carried with her through her entire life, and she's managed to make a very, very successful business out of it. I know that a lot of you guys out there have girlfriends, wives, daughters, nieces, and nephews, and so on, who are interested in Barbie. That's something that they do. So what I want you to do is go into the description here, go to their website, go to Nancy's website, also her social media pages, Instagram, and so on. Support her business as well, because it's important to keep our fellow hobbyists, even if it's not strictly our hobby, but it's important to help keep our fellow hobbyists in business, because without that, it's going to be very difficult to do what we do here at All Things Trains, which is we connect people who love the same thing. So, thanks for being out there. We will be back very soon talking about the next level of our conversation on the Seaboard, which is the Seaboard Coastline and Railroad Mergers. Go ahead, get your public timetables and employee timetables, which we're going to have out there on Etsy as well. And we will see you on the main line very soon.